Hello, thanks Andrew. Good Animorning.
Oh, good Animorning to the peoples. Welcome to our stream. I am starting the first scene today in the quick quests.
You're doing the first what?
The first scene.
Ah.
The scene of the first.
The scene of the first?
Yes.
The first of the scene?
Yes. I've been avoiding it because it's one of the longer ones. So I wanted to start off with some shorter ones. But I think it's about time.
That pose on you is pretty slick.
Thanks, dude.
You're welcome.
I think it's about time we got into it. But it's a bit easier for me to draw myself because I'm super used to drawing myself. So I started off with myself.
Cool.
I'm not trying to neglect you. I'm just less familiar with drawing you, so that's why.
Well, I'm sure if you wanted to make your best attempt at neglecting me, you'd give it your best shot.
I would neglect you way harder, don't worry.
Okay.
You'd know I was neglecting you.
Mm.
That was beautiful, by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah. Really gorgeous. I've chosen to give us 3 fingers because less pen mileage.
Today, I'm gonna do a portrait.
A portrait?
A portrait.
What of?
Just a person.
Oh.
A study. Portrait study.
What do you want to practice?
Lighting.
Nice. So when you're doing studies on lighting and such, what do you think about as you're drawing it? Is there anything that you are looking for in particular?
No, not to begin with. But then when I see a reference that grabs my attention, then I'll show that and say why.
Mhm.
I'm feeling a lot better, Tibbs. Thank you.
Aw. I'm glad. You sound a bit better, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
You sound jauntier.
A jauntier?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, that's good.
Can you believe it's Wednesday already? Wednesday.
I can't.
Alrighty. So that is my first key pose lined in. Now I'm going to sharpen up Mike's first key pose. You gotta tighten your she up, Mike.
My shield.
Yeah. Tighten your she. Aha, there we are. Okay. So this will be, let me actually name the layers, that might help. You have 1 hour till Wednesday. We're already on Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday morning in Ireland.
Welcome to Wednesday.
Welcome to Wednesday.
Having adventures in Wednesday.
Living a Wednesday. Sleeping in Wednesday. I know I often don't name layers properly myself, but I should really get into the habit of doing it, because all that happens is I end up with loads of layers and I have to scroll through and flip them on and off to find out which one's which. Which is not optimal. It's decidedly suboptimal. Set layer colours too. I am fancy, Tibbs. I'm the fanciest in all the land. Doig will be green. Swift will be blue. Coin will be yellow. As golden coins often are. Though we're like very poor in this animation, so it might have to be a copper piece. Signing, I actually do the same thing. Working on multiple layers is a departure for me, but it's much safer and more flexible. There's another scene that I did where I did us both on the same layer, and I regretted it almost immediately because I wanted to move my position, and I had to like move my position on every one of the frames where Doig was too, and it was just like fiddly because I had to highlight myself every time instead of being able to just use the move tool. So I'm trying to avoid that again. Trying to be better, have better work practices. Even when I'm just working with myself and not working with other people, I guess it's good to make sure that I keep up the good work practices.
Yeah.
Oh, Krita, I love all your brushes, they are smooth and nice to use.
Okay.
I'll use a lot of those for animation. It's just me who tries to do everything on one layer then. Ack. It doesn't make things any easier. It's faster in the short run, but as soon as I get to actually doing stuff on those layers, I'm like, I should have done this on a separate layer. I should have taken that extra little bit of time. Ha ha ha! Touché, Tibbs. I bet he is. He's just pretending like he's not.
Who's pretending what?
You're pretending that you're not green with envy at all my coloured layers. Because you could have coloured layers in Photoshop if you wanted to.
I'm a copy paste and a cool reference. There's a cool reference for everything.
I should contact the creator people and say that when you have coloured layers, I do desire to have even more colour on my layer, for it to be disco-esque in its colouring. Although I haven't actually got to second keyframe yet, so maybe they're super bright when you have keys on them. The creator only shows up keys once you have a couple on there. I have to make it a new key for it to recognise it as such.
A new key.
A new key. I'm pretty happy because we finally got to play Dream Daddy yesterday for the first time.
We did.
And it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. We're only a little bit in, but so far it's great. Ew, melon!
Ayo. How be the melon?
Yeah, how is the melon doing?
I'm literally just looking through my DeviantArt updates I haven't looked through. I'm just picking out images that I feel like they have an interesting lighting or colour scenario.
Oh cool, I see, you're pasting them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are lovely. We'd like to get some of those same kind of lighting scenarios in Glim.
Hmm. This one could be cool for studying horror color scheme. Wow.
How is Endurance Swift? I am good at both ends of my name. I'm like a good sandwich. And how is Michael and Doig?
Pretty good.
Apart from the cough, the lingering cough, the black lungs. That sounds really good, Steiny. Got some stuff done! Did everyone see Elle's announcement too? That the book she worked on is coming out in April.
That's awesome.
It looks awesome as well. She really hit it out the park. I wonder who did her colours.
Yeah, I wonder.
Because you could definitely ask Elle for some pages to practice on.
Yeah. Was her announcement on Twitter?
It was.
I'll go have a look in a sec.
Ooh, what did you order, Tibbs? Couches. Sofas.
Furniture.
Yeah, she's super inspiring. I didn't mean to undo that much. Redo. Also, Kate Annie isn't exactly in our group, but she's an animator that I absolutely love and really admire. And she's finished animating all of her scenes.
Cool.
For her own independent film.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, and like I've been following the progress because it looks effing amazing. And so I'm super, super excited to see that it's all 100% animation complete. She's crazy. Crazy, crazy good.
Okay.
Sofa, washing machine, wardrobe, windows, blinds. Windows, blinds. Wyndham!
Window blinds.
That sounds great. Soon you'll be all decked out. It's nice that you're in there in time for Christmas. What time do you stream, Steiny? I've seen you stream a couple of times, but I haven't kept track of what time exactly it is. Best prize, blinds.
Okay. So out of these, a number done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which one would you like to see me study today? Chat. There's only 4 of you, so straw poll is very strong.
And I'll do the deciding vote if it's a tie. That sounds like an okay time to me, Steiny, but then everyone in the chat is on different time zones. Like that time zone to me would be the middle of the night, I think. So
That's 1 vote for 5. I'll go find some music.
it is difficult to know which one is. Oh, I see you've got tiny numbers. They're pretty difficult to see.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fair. I think a lot of people probably do have school or work. Gecko Gunner votes 1.
Cool.
Oh, that's great! Tibbs, that's super useful. Especially for animation. Sometimes you need to bring in model sheets and actually use them to trace over bits of the character to make sure you're getting it right. Like, that's something I would definitely do if I was animating robots. When I was animating on the Blink project, I 100% had the model sheets like off the canvas in Toon Boom and was making sure that I was getting proportions right.
Do you have a vote, India?
I do, but I don't want to sway the poll too much since there are only 2 votes at the minute. Like, it feels like whatever I decide now is a thing. You know?
Only if you pick either 1 or 5. You don't pick 1 or 5. Then it would be tied.
I would pick either 1 or 6.
1 or 6. Okay.
I really like 1, but I fear that maybe it's too monotone to teach you as much.
Okay.
Because I feel like I've seen you do lighting similar to that before.
Okay.
Well, you can open the image in another scene and then flip between them at the top. Like, I have 2 scenes open here and I can flip between them, so sometimes I do that. Or you can just bring it in on another layer and then flip that layer on and off. So if I was looking at a reference, I would probably just bring in the image on another layer and I would stick it in the top corner or something. And then semi-transparent it. Ooh, yes please, Tibbs.
Okay. So strong vote for 5, strong vote for 1, and a half vote between that and 6.
Yeah, which one do you prefer to do? Out of those 3.
I'm leaning toward 1, but that's just because it's an interesting palette to get like the kind of horror-esque tones.
Go for 1 then.
But 6 has a bird.
I think go for 1. Go for the one which you want to learn from. And also, since that has like basically 2 votes anyway.
Okay.
Would you ever consider doing a tutorial video on Krita, Tibbs? Because I was thinking about that before. And I would love to tell more people about Krita. So I was considering doing a video on it. But the problem is that I don't actually know that much about Krita or how to use it. You know far more than I do. think all these little shortcuts and things that you know about how to export things to a video file rather than export it as images, how to draw off canvas, you know, how to rotate your canvas and add colours to layers and everything would be really nice to know. Yeah, I think I asked you before, but I'll ask you again. How are you finding Krita, Steiny? Yeah, that's a shame. There's not much we can do when it comes to being anxious. We've all been there. Yeah, I don't want to pressure you. But it would be awesome, it'd be super useful.
Tablet driver not found.
If you were to do a video on a few tricks in Krita, and you could do it just to music with text on screen, then I would do a video and just link yours in mine if that would be okay. I'd just say Krita's awesome and check out this great video on how to use it really well. What are the things you don't like about it, Steiny? I've never used is it Clip Studio Paint that you use? Because I've never used that before.
I might have to do a quick restart.
Oh no!
Do you want to grab the stream just quickly while I do that?
Yeah, what's up?
My tablet's not working.
Oh geez, not again.
Yeah.
Oh geez. Okay, sure thing.
Sorry guys.
The sound will drop out just for a sec while we switch over. Let me just grab this. Grab the OBS, grab the restream. Tips and tricks. That's hilarious, I love that. Yeah, shortcuts would be really useful as well, for sure. If you want, we can make like a list of things that we'd love to see in a tutorial. It would probably make it easier to break down what to put in the video. Oh look, it's me. Hello.
Hello.
Look at my awesome Pokemon thing. It's amazing. Okay, let's see. That's not the screen we want. Single stream. Okay, I'm ready whenever you're ready, Mike.
Cool. Stopping now. Sounds like I said, it's mostly just little face guy.
They saw me in my Pikachu.
They did.
Okay.
Okay.
Hear me? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, good. Sound is working.
Cool.
You get to see how dark it is here in the morning. too that it'd be great if you could show people how to get the kind of animation set up when you first start it, because that can be a little confusing. Like whether you should choose the animation thing when you first start, because that's what I did. I was like, okay, so maybe it's like Flash where you have to choose animation to do the animation or something. And I was choosing the one with like the paper and peg bar holes on it to do animation rather than setting up my own canvas. And which brushes are really good to use.
Well, it sounds like it's a prime first video for that channel idea from way back.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember, we had that idea, the royal we is in everyone in the peg bar, to do a YouTube channel which was all the people in the peg bar uploading tutorials and things and streaming to the one channel, so we have a lot of different content on the one thing. On the other hand, I don't necessarily want to encourage Tibbs to do that if Tibbs wants to build up her own channel, because that would be a great video to have on any channel. I think it would get a lot of views and be really helpful to people. So if Tibbs wanted to start building up her own YouTube, then I'd say put it on your personal one. But there's no reason we couldn't put it on both. But that'd be Tibbs' call. Tibbs, no, I want to do a peg bar YouTube. Well, we could totally do that. Like, I'm up for setting up that YouTube. It'd be fun.
Gecko.
See you, Gecko. Thanks for joining us. Have a good sleep.
This is your morning wake-up call.
You okay there, Mike?
Go to bed.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a morning wake-up call.
That's a very particular morning wake-up call.
Go to bed.
Well, recent.
Getting that one line right.
Yeah, guess what's working?
Your computer?
Photoshop.
Tablet?
Wacom, yeah.
Hey!
Hey!
Do you want to switch back?
It's up to you.
Yeah, let's do that because you've got the dual stream set up.
I do.
And we're in a Skype call and everything. And I'm sharing my screen with you.
We're not on the call yet, but we will be.
We will be? Okay. There we are. Now we are. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. 3, 2, 1.
Little blip. It's just a little blip.
You didn't even notice. Yeah, peg bar YouTube would be awesome, right? Because we could all put up our videos onto it, and we could direct people to our own channels as well. So if the peg bar did really well, then hopefully it would funnel more people to our individual channels as well. And we could all put up tutorials and stuff on it, so I think it'd be a super useful channel for people. I think streaming is maybe way less conscious about having to redo lots of times in front of people because it's just the way I work. Oh no, Mike, why?
I don't know. Or I actually don't know.
I guess we wouldn't want to have too much repeated content across the two channels, because otherwise people wouldn't want to subscribe to the individual's channel as well as the YouTube channel, the group channel, because otherwise they just get repeated things in their subscribers box. But it'd be cool to just put like tutorials or focus things on there. Also, there was an idea that I had, which I suppose I should probably tell you guys about now, since I'd like to do it. I was thinking about how cool it would be to do a charity sort of streaming day. And I was considering asking you guys if you want to do it for Valentine's Day or similar. The only thing which is a little bit up in the air at the minute is I've done charity things before, and getting money to charity can be a bit of a strange and convoluted thing. It can be difficult to find an easy way to give money to charity when you're doing a group project or any kind of art project. But once I figure out how to do that, I thought that maybe we could have a day where we do a 24-hour stream, where we all take 2-hour blocks and set up a schedule, and we all stream and encourage people to donate to the stream, and all that money goes to charity in the end. I thought that'd be a nice thing to do. I was thinking about maybe doing it for Christmas, but it felt too soon. So I figured the next event is Valentine's Day, so we could do maybe a Valentine's Day charity stream. I'd just like to do something nice to help others, really, and use our power as artists to do that. So if people were taking part in that, I figured that could be kind of fun. And the Peg Bar YouTube would be a really good platform for that, because we'd all be streaming to the same place. So it would be very easy for people to just leave it on the same channel, on the same stream even. Because we switch over fairly seamlessly. Yeah, Melon, exactly. Like everyone could take their own forte, and that way we're covering a lot of bases on one channel. And Tibbs, that'd be awesome, because we could all collaborate on something like that, and that'd be amazing. Like, your robot idea would be cool. With the robot golf.
Oh, the Game Grumps suggestion.
Steiny, I figured we'd all just have access.
Yeah.
Like, you'd probably let people know. We'd probably make a room somewhere on the Peg Bar for people who are involved in the Peg Bar YouTube, so they can let other people know if they're planning to upload a video or something, just to check we're not all going to suddenly upload something within the same day or something, in which case we could probably stagger it out a bit more. Yeah, like anything which people are invested in charity-wise. Like, cancer is always a good one, or any kind of disease or medical research is a great thing to try and help out with. Or there are more specialised ones for pets, or for like anything which we are interested in trying to help out. I think it could be cool to use our artist powers.
Artist powers combined.
Yeah. To do something good. I've tried to do a couple of charity things in the past, and I've always kind of fallen flat. But I think with help, it could be a cool thing.
Yeah, I think it could be really cool. Just have to kind of figure out, like, because you could do a donation page that's specifically for the charity and then people donate through the page, or you could do it as one big donation afterward or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like the easiest thing to do would probably be to ask people to donate to a charity jar and then afterwards to donate everything in that jar to the charity.
Yeah.
And just do it under the name Peg Bar rather than to link everyone to a donation page, because then you generally have to fill out a ton of details when you do that. So we would fill out all the details and everything. People would just donate to the stream. See you, Tips. Have a good day at work.
See you, Tips.
And congratulations on finally getting your flat. Yeah, we have a lot of really awesome animators who are around, and if they had the time and were interested, you know, we could get Lord Dirk, and we could get Kevin, and we could get Emla, and we could get Toothpaste, and you get like a ton of amazing artists that I think people would love to see streaming.
Bye bye.
And it's something we could pre-arrange and have a schedule for and tell everyone about, and we could all share it through our Twitters to try and get some exposure. I reckon it could be a cool thing.
I like the idea.
Heck yes, Ethan. Let's get some watercolour going on. Or some Agent Bird. But yeah, it's cool to hear that you might be interested, Steiny. Let me know if anyone else is interested in doing it too. Hey Rhiannon! Hey, it's awesome to see you! Thanks so much for the software tip the other day.
Well, I don't see that message, but I believe you.
You don't see the message?
No.
Have you guys tried Epic Win? It's a task list, yeah.
I don't see them saying hi in the chat though.
Oh, you don't?
What was Tibbs meaning when she said, "Do I get that room built?" Do you know?
Maybe she means the joint YouTube room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it might take a bit of building up, Steiny. You could make a video asking people to move over. Oh, Rhiannon, you're so nice. We love hanging out in the mornings. It's like the best thing ever. Also, I can't draw legs. What even are legs? Where do they go? Where do they come from? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to update the Patreon with this link.
Oh.
Let me do that now.
Cool. Okay, I see you. I'm just trying to block in like where I'm seeing colours and stuff, but I realise what I'm doing wrong. I've got my background colour, but I don't have the context for the right hand side. So I'm trying to match this against. I'm like, it's too. Nah, it's not working. So if I. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Now it's working. Cool. It's a little fast thing, but we're not used to pasting our stuff to Patreon, so I often forget. Hopefully it will become habit.
That's a pretty good idea. So I need to like get them over.
To do a cool animation.
Yeah, as a kind of, you're in the wrong place. Ah, you'll be here.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Depending on the age of the subscription, sometimes people are just inactive on that account.
That's true. I mean, we have a fair few subscribers now that I'm super proud of, but we still don't see like that many people actually commenting or being around the live streams or anything. So I don't know where they all are.
Yeah.
What are you all doing? But then again, I'm not exactly sure what people are subscribing for, because we have a kind of a range of content.
It's true.
We have animation stuff and painting stuff, and we have live streams, and we have Let's Plays. So who knows?
Who knows, bio? It's anyone's guess.
Rhiannon's right though. Go for it. It sounds like a really good idea to me. I would be entertained.
So I'm using the lasso select tool to pull out shapes that I see and just put in an edge of the kind of main tone of that.
Side eyebrow one going?
Hmm?
Or just...
Is what?
I'm just like wondering if I should give you eyebrows or not.
Oh.
No, I think it's better without eyebrows. I feel like I should do this text on a different layer, so I'm just going to listen to my gut and do that. And this is why.
What's why?
Because I haven't fit all the text on the sign like I wanted to. So now I can scale the entire thing down without needing to lasso it.
Ah. Hey, Toothpaste.
Oh, yo! Trying to learn more about character design. I was wondering if I had any pointers. Oh, dude, that's super interesting. Because there's so much to go into. The most important thing is, like, know who your character is beforehand. Like, latch onto a couple of things about them that you want to communicate visually. Yeah, choose just a couple of points to hit that you think is really important to tell people when they first see the person. And remember that posing is part of character design as well. You're going to want to draw them in the poses which illustrate their personality, and then design the shapes around those poses as well, so that when they're in those iconic poses, the shape language is working for you really well. The other things I'd say is shape language is super awesome and useful, cool. Try to vary up your shapes a little bit, and having a shape motif in your character that is kind of iconic to them is super helpful. And last of all, avoid what Chris Oatley calls the ladder, which is where everything is evenly spaced. It's far more interesting to have something more like this. So what you don't want is like head, body, legs. You know, rather what you might want is that is way more interesting to look at, and it's more iconic. So yeah, avoid the ladder. Really know your character and pick on a couple of things you want to hit with them in the design to try and communicate to the audience. And try and choose like a shape motif which is individual to them. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
thanks for coming and hanging out, Toothpaste. We appreciate it.
That's nice to hear. Like, it's reassuring to hear that someone, if they're not active in the chat, they still like find this stream valuable to return to it. So thank you.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like to think there's a lot of people in here are just kind of listening, chilling and working.
Yeah.
There's something nice about feeling like you're kind of working alongside a lot of other artists who are all just doing their own thing. Like, it's always easiest to illustrate using my own characters, but I often don't want to like talk about it too much because I feel like I'm just going on and on about Girl in the Glim constantly because it's my current active project. So I'm sorry for always hitting that as reference. It is the most recent thing I've done. Cool. So, scientists, adventurers 4. I'll do higher first because that's more important. So I've got to make sure it fits on.
I think it's okay to mention Girl in the Glim because, you know, it's your thing. Like, it'd be like someone someone having a kid and then being like, I can't mention the kid. Like,
Do you think maybe instead of
house.
Adventures for Hire, I should have Looking for Work or Adventures Available? Adventures Available is longer to read.
But Adventures for Hire is to the point and funny.
Okay. It's a good job that I did this on a separate leg because I am having
I mean,
fit this on.
You've also got the option of neat quests for food.
Will quest for food.
Yeah.
Let me try Adventures for Hire.
Oh, that's a cool side effect.
What is that?
So if you have a lock transparency on your layer, if you have a color in your background layer, and then you erase, no, sorry, not background layer, background color. You've got two colors, usually foreground and background. If you erase, it'll erase to your background color if you have transparency locked.
That sounds pretty useful. I'd like to use a 4, like the number, because it's lame, but I think it's making it harder to read. So, okay, I think I know what I need to do. I think I just need to have 4 higher on one line. Like this. Because three rows isn't working. That works way better. Oh, thanks so much, Rhiannon. Yeah, Girl in the Gloom is the first volume of graphic novel we've produced so far. I'm working on the second volume at the min. But yeah, in terms of the character designs there, just to go into it a little bit, Midge is all rounded rectangles and this kind of shape, like these over and over. So this is the shape design of her. So you can see that repeating, and then we have another rectangle and this kind of shape again. More rectangles. And then a little bit of shape variety in some triangular stuff. And she's designed to be in this kind of nervous, hands in pockets pose quite a lot. I want to frame her face to bring attention to that, so I've kept her body and everything kind of simple. And then when it comes to Jove is a bit more complex, but he's almost entirely like caution and warning and stop signs. So I have this kind of squashed stop sign shape for his head. And then this kind of triangular stop sign. And then his body is essentially just a traffic cone. So that equates to is this kind of deal. And then the headphones are super important to his character design, because he's all about sound, being loud. So the colours I've chosen for him are reds, oranges, yellows, blacks, whites, all really stark, contrasting, warning colours. And then Sylvia is all about water, so she's all water drops. So this is a head shape. And then again, because she's always burdening herself with too much work, I've given her this kind of hunched back, which is a big part of her design in terms of her posing. And then there's another water drop for her bun. Sylvia's a super messy person, so messy bun seemed appropriate for her. And then we have this kind of water flowing look for her hair. Everything with Sylvia is longer and more drooped down to imply the weight that she's always carrying. So her eyes are longer as well. Whereas Joe's eyes are more squashed. Midge's eyes are super round because I need her to be really, really expressive. So she has the biggest, roundest eyes. Like with Midge, everything is too big for her. So she's like swamped by this hair and swamped by this hoodie. And then to contrast all the big bulky shapes, I've given her these little spindly legs to add a bit of interest. The hoodie is also super important for her character. So I needed to make sure it was in there and it was too big for her because it belongs to her big brother who gave it to her. And it's kind of a source of comfort for her. So that's kind of the shape design and thought that went into designing those characters. So it all came from the personality of them. But trying to break them out of just having this kind of ladder going on down them where they're all the same proportions over and over again, repeated. So I tried to give some of them long faces, some of them squashed faces, long bodies, short bodies, all that kind of stuff. Like Midge's brother has a super, super short body and really, really long legs. To contrast with Midge, his little sister, who has like a long body and pretty short legs. And he's also got the same kind of squarish head, but his head is long. Just to have some contrast going on with the characters. Do I start with shapes or traits? I start with traits 100% and I experiment with different shapes until I find the one which goes with that trait super well. Like when I first started designing Jove, he was very like this kind of shape. He was way more circular and way more clown-like because a clown was the original inspiration for his design. Because he's the kind of bully who uses like humour as a way to get everyone on his side. So he was like super clownish, like way too clownish. So I kept things that were kind of clownish. So I kept his kind of curly hair, that tufts off, and changed it from devil horns to this kind of more clownish curl. And I kept the kind of style of having these bright colours and this kind of semi-formal attire and clothes that are a bit oversized and these big clownish feet. But I shrank down his face to make it kind of more, I don't know, devilish and cat-like, to show he's kind of more sly and smart than just a buffoon. So he really changed in design. He became way more angular as well, which made him feel just a little bit smarter and sharper and more dangerous.
Yeah, I think that's important.
I did the same with Sylvia and Midge. I had a ton of different drawings of the kind of characters I could have. Like I had some Midge designs where her hair was like very out to the side like this, and she was way more compact.
Rhiannon suggests, how about spare a quest for the sign if you're not too sad what you got already?
That's pretty cool. I like the alliteration going on there. Like, spare a quest. Like, it rolls off the tongue really well. Alliteration's not the right word. But it's fun to say. I think Adventure for Hire is like super explicit, so I might keep it like this because I think it's really clear. And since the shot's only on for a couple of seconds, I want to be as clear as possible. But I do really like that suggestion, so thank you for it.
Yeah, I think it goes more toward the fact that they're kind of on the street begging for a quest than like just trying to get hired. Like, spare a coin, spare a quest?
Yeah, that is really nice. Let me like make a note next to it. I like it too because it's like a quest is what we're after, whereas Adventurers for Hire implies people would maybe give us money instead, whereas spare a quest is more like we're begging for quests.
Yeah, I think it is more explicit.
Okay, yeah. I will change it. Let's do this. Let's do this! So. Thank you!
I should have made that its own layer. No, I have.
I'm just scrolling through the chat to check I didn't miss anything. Make the quest nice and big. I have to remember this doesn't need to be a perfect queue. Like, the point is kind of that it's not, because it's written by Mike, who has terrible handwriting. I'm only joking. Get that sly insult in there. How's it going for you, Doggles?
It's okay. I got to the face, which is kind of the point of it. And it's been a while since I drew a proper face because, hey, bears. So it's pretty fun.
It must be kind of nice to return to that.
Yeah.
You took a brief detour into bed and...
Just ever so slightly.
Did you get bored of them?
Nope.
I'm only joking. I know you could never get bored of bears. Spare a quest? Spare a quest for some poor adventurers?
Quite. That's a good question. Streaming later. Do we have anything on tonight, India?
I do. You don't.
Cool.
I have D&D tonight.
Yeah, then I'll be streaming.
So you will have a nice quiet night to yourself for once instead of having me screaming in your ear every 2 minutes. Michael! How do I do this? Michael, don't forget that. Michael, do you want to do this?
Michael, why doesn't anything just work?
That's something I say a lot.
Yeah, that's why I cited it.
Why does nothing just work?
That's probably India's like #1 like go-to when
Things
attempting
go wrong.
anything and nothing works.
It's like, Michael, why isn't it just easy? Why can't it just work? I just want to do this. Yay! Thank you, Rhiannon. That's really nice. Spare request.
So with the YouTube stuff, the way Tibbs sees it is they'd have like a main cast, the people who primarily do things and kind of run the joint. On top of that, there would be side characters. They're around but less often, and you know, side characters.
I'd like to think that we're going to do a very Game Grumps-esque thing where we all have like a little cartoon head or something. So on each video thumb we can put like who it is who's taking the kind of video today. Or who this, you know, what this upload is from. So people get used to recognising what kind of things come from which people. Do you get me?
I get you.
Do you get me, bruv?
I get you. I clearly get you. We do it on our own channel.
Okay, I was just saying because we were talking about having a channel with lots of other people.
I get you.
What do you mean, animated moon? Styly, rather. Change your name and I'm all confused. It is intentionally creepy. All the emojis are kind of weird looking a little bit. I like using them, but then it always looks kind of odd when I do, because I'm like, this emoji looks like it has its own agenda going on. Okay, we can actually get to the next keyframe now. It's pretty exciting stuff. I get to see whether my keyframes are actually a different colour. So let's just head to 3. Give myself a... Oh my god! Where is that? Where is this? I have lines on my hat that are not on the right layer. No! Doig, why are they on your layer?
I don't know.
All your fault.
I keep everything to myself.
No. Okay, now I have to reline them on my layer. There we go. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done copy frame instead. That would make more sense. Because all that's changing is this arm and this leg. And maybe a bit of this shoe. So let me scroll up so I can catch up with the chat. Yeah, Mike, eat that moth.
Thanks.
Yeah, exactly, Sammy. I think so too. I think that would be cool. And also, I like the idea of the animated intros. I wonder if maybe we could have something where the face files are replaceable. So we like do one intro that we use for like all of our tutorial videos or something. And depending on who's taking it, we can change like the background colour or pattern colour or pattern type and the face it uses, and that way we don't have to worry about doing like 20 different animated intros. We can do just one and then replace the assets depending on who's doing it. And we could have a couple of different versions of it depending on if it's a tutorial or whether it's a stream or whatever. What do you think, Mike? Because that wasn't a affirmative.
Let's see, I'm sort of listening, but I'm sort of focusing on what I'm doing.
Okay, it wasn't a. I'm not sure about this idea.
No.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Like there would be some people who are less frequent uploaders, which is cool. Because hopefully we'd have so many people that we wouldn't be uploading too infrequently just because of the sheer number of people who would be involved in the channel.
That is a plus, yeah.
Hey Isaac! I might call you Monster because that's super fun.
Hello, Monster.
How do you balance work and art? I make my art work and then I don't need to balance anything. Balancing work and life is more of my problem, to be honest.
Yeah.
In that I don't. So life falls by the wayside and I don't go outside and see people or clean the house or do anything that normal functioning adults do. I'm trying to rectify that by scheduling in time to clean, time to cook, and forcing ourselves into it by buying ingredients instead of meals. So we kind of have to cook together if we want to eat.
Yep.
That kind of stuff. Like making the decision when you feel strong-willed in order to rope yourself into it later when you're more weak-willed is good. Like we did the same thing with thought. Well, when we were feeling strong-willed about doing it, we booked the table and everything and put the money down for it. And then later on, when we were feeling weak-willed and like we just wanted to give up, there were consequences because we'd booked the table and spent the money and we had to go, or we would be letting people down. So that made it easier to carry on working when times got tough.
Risk aversion.
Yeah, so find the moments when you're strong-willed about it and then plan for when you're weak-willed and make sure that you've set something up to catch yourself in those moments.
For instance, I didn't sleep that much last night, so I would have slept more. But we have the morning stream, and so I'm awake and I'm making art.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do things to keep yourself accountable. So as much as you guys are like, oh, I don't know how you get up every morning, or like, I'm so tired. It's like, well, I do it for you guys.
And we do it because we said we would and we wanted to, and we really enjoy it when we're here. It's just sometimes hard when you wake up first thing in the morning and it's really super warm in bed and you're really, really tired and you're like, oh no, I have to get out of this warm bed. It's always worth it when we're here.
Yeah. But
having booked this in and having a schedule that we are accountable for really helps us to make that step.
I do for you guys.
Team Doug.
All the way. Wait. I'm just reading back up the chat. Just started watching Doug and Swift. Doug is my favourite, so is it Tim's? Well, I'm Team Swift. Melon's Doug as well. Oh, Doug's getting all the love.
Damn it! I knew one day it would end in this. A popularity war.
For a third party who we don't even know. They're
too
winning.
late. We're all doomed now. You'll come back next stream and everything will be on fire.
I'm so bad at noses. I can't even get my own nose right. Look at this thing.
Aw, I like your nose. It's adorable. It's like a little cat nose.
No.
It actually is like a cat nose. You oddball, you.
You know what?
What?
It's time to flip.
Flip the canvas! We're always flipping, whether it's flipping frames or flipping canvases.
Not the flipping canvas.
You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Doig versus Doug.
Fight of the century. Place
Yes.
your bets now.
Come on, place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
Who will win?
I really like this YouTube idea though.
Me too.
Having that joint channel would be really cool. We can gather who is interested. In the pig bar. Hey Noah. Yeah, pretty much the usual. Just more yelling. How's your cough feeling like?
Way better than it was yesterday.
Good. I'm sorry, I have lemon sip now. None left.
That's okay.
You lemon sip too much.
Lemon sip too hard, too close to the sun.
You lemon sip too close to the sun.
There we go. It's like this side of the face has a warmth to it, but it's not exactly a warm color. So how do you capture that?
How do you capture that, Mike?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
Well, what are your techniques? Tell us how you capture warmth when it's all green and blue and really cold colours.
Well, a grey in the context of like a cool thing will often look warmer just because of the context.
Can you explain that a little bit more?
No, I'm trying to paint. Ah!
Just the concept is super interesting.
Well, you know how colours appear differently when they're placed like, adjacent to something else, like context.
Yeah, like the blue and gold dress, right?
Yeah. I actually can't remember why that happens, I just know it does. I'll look it up for next stream.
Uh-huh. So you're saying that in the context of very cold colours, grey appears warm?
Yeah, so if I pick a grey. That's grey.
Oh wow, yeah, it does look super warm, huh?
Yeah.
And it does the same when there's warm colours. I'm assuming it appears cool.
Yes.
So in those instances you use grey, where you would normally use like red or peach?
Yeah, if you're in a kind of cool environment overall.
That's cool, because what I normally do is like choose a red or a peach and put that on a low transparency and like softly brush it over the top. But it feels like cheating, you know, it feels like I'm not natively choosing the colour because I don't know what the colour is.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find my way around it. I'd love to be able to actually just paint what the colour is, rather than use those kind of shortcuts to get the program to generate the colour for me.
I do sometimes like brush in a color and then brush this kind of overall color over the top of it just to do that, as you said. So it's a push and pull. But since your particular question was how do I create warmth in a cool context, often the grey is seen as complementary, which is like opposites in the color wheel to the colors it's placed over or around.
Tibbs, that was awesome, by the way.
What does Swift work on, asked Isaac? Cartoon, comic, or just art?
All
of the above.
Yeah, I guess primarily I'm an animator, but I recently did a comic and I'm working on the second volume of that. The comic's called Girl in the Glim, and it's available to buy, and I'm trying to get people to buy it as Christmas gifts for people.
Come on, Trashbot. Come on, this is your moment to shine.
Come on, Trashbot! We have a robot, and he's meant to announce things for us, but he's trash.
Yeah!
So it's always hit and miss whether he works or not. Mike found him in an alleyway and brought him home.
Check it. Link in everything.
Aw, thanks Tiny for the shout out. But yeah, I'm an animator primarily. That's what I like to be hired to do, is to animate. Just trying to get better.
Have you seen Tibbs's kind of rap?
Her rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said that was amazing, Tibbs. Isn't it cool?
You should read,
Now,
read it out.
I can't rap, disclaimer, so I'm sorry in advance. But I'm the canvas flipping animator. My key's tight, page light, and I'm sketching all day. And skin ain't the way to success. You've got to roll through the crunches, exaggerate the punches. That's awesome.
What?
Yeah. What? Break it down now. Chicka wicka wicka. Ow. Yay! Trashbot gets a cookie. Well done, Trashbot. Exactly, I can't not read it.
Page like I'm sketching.
Mike's practicing it. You can do it, Mike.
No.
Aww, he's so scared. Go on.
Nope, done. I'm back to painting now.
Oh,
You embarrassed me.
I'm sorry. One day we'll get you to rap. Wiggity wiggity.
I'm actually listening to like this in the background as well.
Oh, dude, you gotta do it.
No.
Oh. Keep writing those sick raps, Tibbs. One day we'll get him.
And we're gonna need nachos.
Yeah, I know, Tibbs. I'm sorry. I gave it my best.
You didn't have a beat behind you.
No, but
Well,
even
you
if I
but you
did,
didn't hear it.
even if I did, I misinterpreted the beat. Like I got the flow wrong. I could tell what you were going for though, and it was awesome. Aline! No joke though, that would make an awesome like introduction to a video. To have like some kind of painting or animation rap. And then we could get someone who can actually rap to do it.
I bet you Kevin can rap.
Yeah, I bet you can. Kevin can do everything. Kevin's like, oh yeah, I was a stuntman for a while.
I love Kevin's backstory.
He's just done everything. He's a crazy man. But I bet he can rap.
He's like, yeah, remember that time I jumped out of that train? Mm-hmm. And what?
Dude, you're not allowed to be that awesome and be an animator and artist as well. It's not fair on the rest of us.
Hey Al, how am I feeling? I'm a bit more chipper.
Oh, yay! Morning, Al. And how are you all feeling? Congratulations on the announcement of your graphic novel.
What?
For those who have not been here since the beginning, Elle's graphic novel has been announced on her Twitter page. She did all the art for it.
I'ma find it. I'll link it. Link it
Yeah.
now.
Do it.
Goldie bands. Cool.
It was a lot of hard work. We saw Elle do a lot of sleepless nights trying to get that done. Yeah, we've got the Bonnie and Clyde thing going. Oh my gosh, camping with Kevin would be the coolest thing. I would totally camp with Kevin. I bet Emleth would camp with Kevin, if you know what I mean.
Behave yourself. 2 hours.
Although Aline is working on her own comic. I've seen some of the thumbnails and they look incredible. Like really, really incredible. I'm excited. Ah, camping with Kevin and Ethan and Patrick. Can we do this? Can we make them all camp with us? Can we force them into a camping trip? Can we just tell them they agreed to it already? And hope that they are too embarrassed to pull out of the arrangement.
Man, I screwed up this.
It looks good, dude. See you, Noah.
Later, dude.
Have fun taking out the trash. That's his code for I'm going to go and superhero now. Yeah, why did a deer get killed during this story somewhere? When did deer death happen? I missed it. I wish waste could just immediately disappear as soon as you make it. Like, I finished drinking a can of 7-Up and BAM! It's gone. It's just gone.
Bam! And the drink is gone. Like that.
It happens pretty often to me when I'm drinking 7-Up that the drink is just gone. It'd be nice if the can was gone as well though. You cover Tibbs in a sleeping bag so she didn't see the deer die. Stay under there, Tibbs. It does sound bad. Why do we have to kill a deer to camp? Why? Camping requires blood sacrifice. Only way to summon Patrick.
When you said the only way to summon Patrick, the music in my head just went, uh-oh.
It would be amazing if Patrick suddenly appeared in the chat. I heard a deer died.
I heard the summoning call.
No! Ethan and Kevin are fine. Everyone is safe and there's no dead deer. I'm distressed at the amount of distress there is in the chat right now.
Whoa.
Don't worry, everything is fine. Nobody panic. God, this camping trip really is awful. We should never go camping together.
Can Camping with Kevin just have this really cheesy jingle? But
the camping trip I'm seeing in my head now is just like...
This is an animated short in the making.
Yeah, just Tips crying at the camera, and then the background comes into focus and everything's on fire, and there's like deer running around and a dead deer on the ground, and everyone's just screaming at each other. And
there's like a really sort of softly spoken kind of Bjork type camping with Kevin.
Exactly. Yeah, the N is gone already, the O is soon to follow. Someone's wearing the head of the deer on their head. Patrick didn't kill anyone! Oh god. No, Patrick's not a murderer. Our imagination is the only murderer. Oh god, that sounds traumatic for Lando. So the coloured names are for our moderators. They have all the power. They have more power than we have. They could kick us if they wanted. They keep our chat safe from the spam.
So pretty much everyone at one point.
Yeah, pretty much everyone who asked got to be a moderator. So everyone in the chat is just OP.
But that time is over now.
Are you gonna demod people?
No, I just mean not everyone's gonna be a mod now.
Okay. We modded too much.
We modded too hard, too quick.
Now we need a break from modding for a while. Oh my god, we have another rap coming in hot from the Tibbs.
Deer running around, a dead deer on the ground.
Yeah, this sounds more like an R&B type deal than a rap, to be honest.
Yeah.
A deer running round and a dead deer on the ground. Tibbs is in tears and a capsize full of fear. Patrick with a knife, you will run for your life. Patrick's getting close, better run, Tibbs is gone. It actually reminds me a little bit of the Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
In fact, I wonder if it would work to that tune. That's probably what Tibbs wrote it to.
Deer running round and a dead deer on the ground. Tibbs is in tears and the campsite's full of fear. Patrick with a knife, you'll run for your life. Patrick getting close now, better run, Tibbs is gone.
Tibbs saw it as more as smash poetry.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. Educators.
Is that the one where you're like...
Bongos.
Running round.
Spotlights.
And a dead deer on the ground. Tibbs is in tears. And the campsite's full of fear.
And then instead of clapping, we all click our fingers. Pause just before Tibbs is gone. This is too much effort now. But it's good, and I like. It's where you got to a stand and smash your head against a piece of paper with the poem on it.
The key to drawing a nose is drawing the nose you see And not the nose you think you see.
The key to drawing a nose is you gotta nose where it goes.
I'm throwing at you. Fucking penguin to the head.
No! Ah! Oh, dude, no! Ah! I got a penguin. It's very hard to draw an animator when you get a penguin.
Yeah, it's a good chat.
Hey everybody! Welcome to the chat.
Did you say everybody welcome to the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, stupid.
I do that sometimes, Aline. I am sometimes reminded of this. When I wink, I see it. I'm winking now. Hi, nose. And you don't have a big nose. What are you talking about? I've seen your nose. Can you see your nose, Mike, when you wink?
When I wink?
Can everybody see their nose when they wink? Is this a universal thing?
Yeah, I can see my nose.
Yeah. I bet everyone can then. Unless you have a really super tiny nose.
Unless you were born without a nose.
Yeah. In which case no one can see it. That's true.
This is a terrible joke.
It wasn't a joke. Tibbs, that's a lie. You can fit your fist in it. That's not true. Aline, you're lying. That is a bold-faced lie. No one can do that unless you have a tiny fist. You know, I really should have done the gum on a different layer as well, actually, because I want the gum to be blown and popped, and I'm going to have to redraw the face every time if I want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to draw through the gum, and then we'll pop the gum on a different layer. How's the motion? The motion's going okay. It doesn't have very many frames yet. 2 to be exact. But they're the keys, so I'm okay with it. It's cool. What are you up to at the minute now? Is there anything that you want to do on your break? Oh, you said you were going to try and get a portfolio together, right? For some animation and storyboards.
Oh, Rolando, I tended I color pick for my own painting, and then I'm using a brush that's easy to blend 2 colors together. And if I'm gonna pick a brush, it's usually how well does it blend, so.
Of course I would blow poison bubblegum, I wouldn't just have pink bubblegum.
This one can also create sharp edges. So
I've been trying to encourage Mike to do a my 10 favourite brushes video. I think that'd be super interesting, because a question you get asked a lot is what are your favourite brushes to use?
Well, yeah. The question that has been asked is what brush are you using, but yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I can do my 5 favourite. I don't have a lot of brushes that I use.
Yeah, I mean you could just list the ones that you like using for various circumstances, and if it's 5, that's cool.
True.
And if it's 10, that's cool. And if it's 8, that's even cool too. You know? You can have any number you want.
Yeah.
So this is great because this is canon now. My character now has poison bubblegum that they blow. What would poison bubblegum be called? Because it's like Wrigley's, isn't there?
Wrigley's?
You could have Rigorleys, like rigor mortis.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, do that.
Or you could do a pun on the flavour instead, like spearmint and peppermint, but with a pun.
Too mint. How about experiment?
Experiment.
Yeah.
Experimental gum. That's pretty cool. There we go. And then I will just transparent that layer so I can see through it.
Hey, Grog.
And then I can animate that later. Hey Grog! Bad Nana. Bad Nana's a great banana pun. We were forced to try and come up with banana puns in Dream Daddy yesterday. I think we did a fairly good job though.
Oh.
We managed to slip a few good ones in there. Eh?
Yeah.
Slip? Eh?
Eh?
We came up with a whole bunch.
Eh?
Eh?
Yeah?
Eh?
Yeah. I couldn't see the appeal.
You could say we were. Oh!
Triggered!
Oh! That's a good pun. This is why I love ya. Oh no! Why are you in a bad mood?
Oh. A bad mob. She didn't welcome them.
Ah, I thought you said you were in a bad mood. I don't know. I guess I just glanced and was like, Noel! You're a good mod.
That's
Don't
it.
even worry.
Shush!
Hmm?
That's a Christmas thing.
What's the Christmas thing?
Noel.
That's true. And that was worth it.
What? Worth shushing you for?
Yes. Trying to get this face shape consistent now that I've had to change it slightly.
Ah, I'm so bad at likenesses.
At what?
Likenesses.
You're not. You're really good.
No.
You're just finding it hard today. That's true. There are plenty of fish.
You only see the highlights. We fight all the time. Awkward
Is someone
silence.
saying we don't fight?
Someone's saying we mesh really well.
Because I'll fight them. Yeah, life is a fight. We fight all the time. Sometimes it's fun fighting and sometimes it's real fighting.
Yeah.
The important thing that you need to know is that I always win.
Wait.
Well,
No, I missed
the
it.
rhythm's there at least.
I don't know it.
It was a good try though.
Hello, Anthony. We're doing good.
Hi, Anthony. How are you all fine, sir?
Just do what you know.
There we go. That's close enough.
Okay, so this nose, I'm gonna take a new layer. I'm gonna like just paint it away.
Paint away the nose.
Yeah.
Oh, nose.
Sometimes you just need to like step back and clarify and simplify again.
Start afresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it's far easier just to go over and start that again rather than it is to try and get what you currently have and try and mold it into what you want. It's the same for animation too. Sometimes you just need to scrap some frames, even if it's painful. So this frame needs to be over here. And this frame needs to be over here.
Oh gosh, she looks like Voldemort.
Heck yes. That's exactly what I'm going for.
She might mean me, but she might mean you too.
Ah, that's okay. Double Voldemort is fine.
Double Voldemort. All the way.
What's better than Voldemort?
Double Voldemort. Yeah.
Voldemort squared.
So we use Restream to stream to multiple places, Twitch and YouTube currently. I think I switched Picardo off, but I'll switch back on soon. And through that, they have an app that allows you to view the chats from both. So it's Restream chat. I feel like this area on the left hand side of her face, like if I color drop and plop this in, that's how much darker it is. So shit. I think I've gone too bright overall. So let's
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna add an adjustment layer over the top.
Yeah, because I was gonna say when you have done a painting that you're kind of happy with, but you find out that it's too dark or too light. Like, how do you fix that without having to repaint everything?
Yeah.
I want Voldemort. That's amazing. Ha! Nice. I want Voldemort. I want to find where the Horcruxes are.
Starting to be talking too much.
Oh, yes, please. Oh, that'd be awesome. I was going to ask you, how do you feel about next week? I would really like to get a ton of people together for a pre-Christmas meetup. It'd be nice to see you just by yourself too, just to hang out, but if you wanted to come and hang out with a big bunch of people, I'd really like to get a lot of animation and art people together. And I'll do something cool. Like, I think they're showing things like Home Alone at the Lighthouse Cinema, so we could all go and see something like that together. Might be pretty fun.
And this is a point where I do flatten that, and hit that. That's wrong. Nah. Let's just work on top.
Stanley, that sounds pretty cool. Yo, Tobias. How you doing?
Hey, Tobias. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? This is a pretty animated stream.
I see what you did there.
What?
A pretty animated stream.
I don't get it.
Ah! I'm surrounded by defective circuitry. I don't get it. Ooh, cool. What you drawing? What you fan arting?
Cool. Increase the contrast of my piece a fair bit with that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love levels. It's like one of my favourite things.
So yeah, if you didn't see what I did there, if you go layer and then new adjustment layer, it gives you a bunch of options here. And the one I picked was levels, which gives you this dialog box. And it's important to note that this is an adjustment layer that sits in your layer stack. So this was my previous one, this is my new one. I'll go back to the previous one. No, I'll redo what I just did.
No.
I don't want to lose that. And what I was using here is this slider down here changes the allowed number of levels. It goes between 0 and 255 of light and dark in your piece. So if you like, oh, I only want to keep the values from this range to this range, you can drop that down. Similarly, if you want to have a high key painting, which is predominantly lights, then you could like shift that up, and what that will do is push all the darks more toward the midtones. So bring that back. Now this top one here, instead of limiting, this will actually shift where your midtones are, this middle one. So it'll push them either to dark for a low key painting, or light for a higher key painting.
I'd like to just interject and say that this is really great for line art, because often when you bring line art into Photoshop on a scan or something, you want to keep the whiteness of the paper but darken your lines. So you can darken just using the bottom slider to increase your darks, and you can increase the whites by sliding the lightness slider down. Or if you just want to grab your midtones, you can adjust those too. So it's really easy to isolate on black and white line drawings.
So say I've got a flat painting there, it's got this, and then I've got a very light give me a light. Presumably on levels. This is what Shifty is talking about.
Tips, that is the dream that you're living, being able to sit down. I also really used to love Hey Arnold, so it's cool to see there's a movie out. It's a good thing to do some fan art of. Of course, Hellboy was my favourite character. Holy crap, that's an amazing character, Mike. I love the design.
Thank you. You notice that he has varying sizes, and I've also played with curves and straights.
You have?
Yeah.
It's masterwork.
He even wears his own speech, so he's very outgoing and extroverted. He wears it as a hat.
It's like a really metaphysical statement there that you've got.
Thank you.
Where you've turned his speech into reality.
He also welcomes hugs.
That's why he has open arms.
Yeah. He's very honest.
Character design 101.
Anyway.
Were you saying something? So I'm sorry if I interrupted.
No, it's I just applied the same levels to my painting. Instant horror filter.
A Hellboy, Hey Arnold crossover. That'd be amazing. Hey Hellboy.
Could you imagine if anyone had just been joining the stream and like, what is this shit?
But it's so good! Best artist.
Hellboy's pretty awesome. Did you see any of the put this here. The new designs?
The new designs?
Yeah, they're gonna make a new Hellboy movie.
And they've redesigned stuff?
They've not redesigned the character, they've just like redone him.
No, I haven't. Is it very different or is it
No,
just the same?
Fairly the same, just updated, I guess.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay. It's pretty cool.
But I love the Hellboy design. That is a strong design.
Yeah.
Super strong. Really interesting too.
We were in the manga museum in Kyoto, and they had like Western comics as well there, and Hellboy was like prominently displayed. It was cool to see.
Oh my god! Skydiving! Rhiannon, you're so brave! That's amazing! Al, that sounds awesome! Let's totally arrange it. Like, do you have a day that's best for you? Yeah, I'm such a wimp. I'd be terrified of skydiving. I guess you were also terrified, Rhiannon, but you just like you sucked it up and you did it anyway. Like, who wouldn't be afraid?
I think people who do it regularly still get the kind of adrenaline thing from the risk and stuff. I guess in their fight or flight response, they choose flight.
Ha! Nice.
Ha.
Your old gymnastics teacher was a stuntman in the Hellboy films. That's so cool. That's hella cool. Hardick, hey! Good morning, how are you?
Hey Hardick. You see, in one hand, Steiny, I feel bad that, like, the chat, you being limited on the chat, like, it sucks, and I could alleviate it by giving you mod status. But on the other hand, I think it's probably helping you to take a break, and maybe you could do some drawing or something. I don't know.
What are you saying, Michael?
I'm saying maybe the chat limit's a good thing for Steiny.
What? I personally love hearing Steiny chat about stories and stuff.
Me too, but if he has to choose his words carefully, he won't ramble.
My god, Mike's laying down the law. This is a harsh town. I'm glad that I don't have a chat limit in real life.
Hardick's just like, no limits for blue people.
I tell you, I'm pretty glad because I feel like you may be glad if I did have a limit in real life.
Me?
Yeah.
If you had a limit?
If I had a clip limit on my voice for how many times I pester you during the day. You don't have to say anything. It's okay.
Well, there is circumstances now where you go, Michael, can you help with? And I just go, no.
Yeah. Pretty much. You got your own stuff.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
Wow. This study is taking me longer than I thought it would. Well, not longer than I hoped it would, but it's good. Like, it's not a simple study. Nothing's a simple study. So.
Yeah, welcome to a world in which everything takes longer than you think it will. They don't tell you that going in, but you learn it pretty quickly. So not as quickly as you think you would! Am I right? Because that was the point I was making. You're making fun of me.
So, to all of the cool people in the chat,
hey,
and the people not chatting too, hello.
Hey, cool cats.
If you're not aware, Swift and I run a Patreon.
Oh my goodness, what is this? What is this?
And you
In-show advertisement that's suddenly starting to happen.
No, I'm letting people know that Patreon, as well as a subscription thing, you can also follow. And,
oh, that's true.
If you want to learn more about what we do and when we're doing stuff, it's probably the best thing that we keep updated because we have to provide value for the patrons. So,
I think what you're failing to say too is that like the follow thing is free.
Oh yeah,
and none of our stuff is behind paywalls. So it's more like just a blog.
Yeah.
So you can feel free to follow us on our Patreon and you don't have to put any money in or anything, don't worry.
And we share resources, illustrations, tutorials, vlogs, struggles, that sort of thing. So I'm gonna self-promotion, let's get him. I think this works.
What a seamless segue! There we go. That's a little bit better. I think it still needs. I think my legs still need to be a little bit longer. I'm trying to maintain the length, even though I'm actually changing the length. I'm at least trying to change it believably, you know. Which would help if my drawings were good.
Your drawings can be good.
Oh, I'm flattered and upset at the same time.
They actually can be. You just gotta make them.
Are these not good?
They're good drawings.
Such a harsh mistress story.
Yeah, I would really like to organize something where it's a bit more relaxed than walking around Arashamara, wherever it was. We went and saw monkeys immediately after hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, we did. But yeah, that'd be really cool. Messages, El. We want to meet ya and greet ya, and maybe go and get some meat with ya.
Butterflies.
Butterflies?
If you'd like to know the great taste of Diet Coke, we found our affiliate link in the description. We don't do that.
Yeah.
But 7-Up.
7-Up on the other hand. It's my favourite. Diet 7-Up. Sponsor me! Don't sponsor the streams, just send me free samples. Free 7-Up. I wonder why it's called 7-Up. Because that's kind of an odd name.
Maybe it's a sports reference or something?
Maybe. Is it referencing video games or something?
It won't be video games.
7-Up. What is in score? Or something.
Maybe it's you know how baseball has innings?
Uh-huh.
Don't they say if they're 7 up, they're almost winning or something?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Is that what they say?
I'm making shit up.
Is that what they say? There's at least 7 thumbs right up. See you later, Elle. Let's get that coin up.
You can't logic your way into or out of it.
Get that coin in the air. And now I want this to be tilted that way instead, so it does more of a little rotary thing.
One such product is 7-Up. Though the soft drink itself is not the least bit mysterious, its name is. To this day, no one can swear to know the reason for that particular choice of moniker.
Yeah, why?
Nobody knows why it's called 7-Up.
Illuminati. Illuminati confirmed. That's so weird. Why 7-Up? Why?
So there you go.
Now I don't know.
Nice.
But at least I know that no one else knows.
Nobody knows the origin story of the drink that India drinks.
Maybe it's mysterious, and maybe it's gory. What do you guys think?
Gory stories.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Well, speaking of segues, we should be heading off ski.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That'd
I
be
know.
so much fun.
I know. I'm having a blast too. But it's 19 minutes past 9. It's 21 minutes past 9 now. And we meant to finish the stream at 9 to do work-ins.
Okay.
And you guys all need to get to your work-ins too. So thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us. It's been a blast. I love you guys. You're the best. I love these mornings.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Thank you all for coming and hanging out and chatting with us. We hope that everything goes super well for you today. Whether you're about to go to sleep or whether you're just getting up.
And if you catch the stream tomorrow, I'll continue with the study then.
Okay, cool. So you're going to continue with the same one?
Yeah.
That's cool. And I'll be continuing with this animation then. I have in 20s now. I'm doing the flip. Gonna catch it. I'm going to do Mike doing a turn as well. And then we'll be doing some people walking past the camera. So that's the plan. Because this is the storyboard I'm going by. As you can see. And this is the shot. So we'll be doing the rest of that tomorrow and probably Friday as well. Since it's the longest shot in the entire introduction, so there you go. So we'll see you guys then, hopefully. Everyone have an awesome, awesome day. And may it be filled.
May it be filled
with adventure.
Take care, everyone.
See ya. Bye-bye.